So today topic partition function from unit 5 thermodynamics and statistical mechanics. So question number 1, the partition function in statistical mechanics is generally denoted by partition function denoted by z. Okay, that is most important. Then canonical partition function is defined as, so how to define then canonical partition function? So already we have to explain from question number 1. Then partition function can be write z. In canonical partition function, summation e power then ei by kt, okay, where I is equal to 1, 2, 3. So the correct option B is right. Okay, so the which pinala number we have to do the problem. Okay, so problem most important. Okay, you have to remember those formula. The partition function z mainly depends on temperature only, because then partition function z equal to then summation e power minus ei by then kt. About temperature depends on partition function. Okay, that is important, so option B is correct. Okay, so the probability of finding a system in energy state ei, probability. What is the formula for probability? Then probability P, we can write it as then e power minus ei by kt divided by z. So option C is correct. So idume most important for problem. Okay, so idella neenga namba vechikana. Okay, so option C is correct. So question number 5, then with thermodynamic quantity can be calculated from partition function. Which one? Both are correct. Internal energy we have to calculate, entropy calculate, then free energy calculate. So all of those are correct. Okay, so this is the problem. A system has two energy state, already given that E1 and E2. So there should be a two energy state. Okay, at temperature T is equal to 300 Kelvin. Okay, then calculate the partition function given Boltzmann constant. Then how to write? So what is the formula for partition function? Partition function z equal to then summation e power minus ei by kt, where I is equal to 1, 2, 3. Up here given two energy state. Okay, then E1 and E2. Okay, we have to write it as, for two energy state we can write it as then z is equal to e power minus E1 by kt plus e power minus E2 by kt. Okay, here then e power E1 given, that should be a 0, minus 0 by kt plus e power minus E2 given, then 2 into 10 power minus 21 divided by kt. Okay, then e power 0 everything we have to get 1 plus, so then we have to calculate. So k is the Boltzmann constant given, then temperature T is given, just we have to substitute, then kt, k is the Boltzmann constant, value is given, then 1.38 into 10 power minus 23 into temperature 300. Okay, so just we have to multiply, we have to get then kt value, that is 4.14 into 10 power minus 21. Then 1 plus, after that we have to then kt, then this value is e, then E2 by kt. What is the E2 value? 2 into 10 power minus 21 divide kt, then 4.14 into 10 power minus 21. So just we have to get E2 by kt we have to just divide, then we have to get 0.483. okay, then 1 plus e power, here already minus. okay, minus idoda value da we have to find out this. Then e power minus 0.483 is equal to, then 1 plus, then e power minus, sometimes there should be a given, or otherwise we have to ask the logarithm book, then we have to find out this value. okay, then e power minus 0.483 value, then 0.617. The partition function z is equal to 1.617, which is the correct option. Option B is correct. okay, so most important. okay, definitely ஒரு problem வரும். okay, sometimes there same question will be asked in CSIR also. okay, so then question number 7, for a system partition function z is equal to 5 and the energy can be given that then E is equal to value, then temperature. Here find the probability of occupying that state. Already Boltzmann constant K is given. So what is the formula for probability? So the probability can be write it as, so before equation, where is that? So here probability function, just we have to write it down this equation. okay, probability function we can write it as, then e power minus e by kt divided by z. okay, so then e power minus e value da kududachi, what is that? Then 1 into 10 power minus 21 divided by, then kt same. okay, so here e and kt value, so already we have to find out then kt value. okay, here 4.14 into 10 power minus 21 divide z, which is equal to, then e power, then we have to get everything, then e power minus 0.2415, e power this value, then we have to get approximately 0.785. what is the probability? Then p into 0.785, z is already given 5, just 5, then we have to divide, we have to get 0.157. so the option A is correct. okay, just this is the important formula. okay, just e power minus e by kt divided by z, e value கொடுத்துட்டாங்க, then kt, then k and t, so already நம்ம கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கோம், just we have to divide and we have to take exponential, then e power, then we have to get, already z value is given, just we have to substitute, then we have to get the probability. okay, so the next one most important, then Helmholtz free energy is related to partition function, so most important. okay, so the correct option B is correct, then F is equal to minus kt log z, option B is correct. okay, so question number 9, at very high temperature the partition function generally, at high temperature, that is important word, at high temperature partition function generally increases. okay, what is that? Then partition function, then z is equal to, then e power minus ei by kt, at very high temperature the partition function is also increases, so option C is correct. okay, so then last question, the partition function provide information about, the correct option both microscopic and macroscopic property. okay, so we have to discuss microscopic and micro and macroscopic in next video for detail. okay, so I hope you have to understand. Then meanwhile you have to join our regular classes. You must download the DPN Academy app from the Google Play Store. Then if you are interested to join WhatsApp and Telegram, all the link given in the description if you are interested to join. Okay, so thank you.